guys ready? Here we go.
Who got the lighter? Let's spark the fire. Who got the lighter? Let's spark the fire. What? Who got the lighter? Let's spark the fire. Here we go. Who got the lighter? Let's spark the fire.
Hello again. So you have made it. Congratulations on completing the in-class portion of the healthy eating and weight loss coaching course by canfitpro. So now the next step, if you are interested in completing the exam in order to be eligible to obtain your certification, is to go through the information again and deeper this time to allow the concepts to interconnect and really understand the information at a deeper level so that you can be best prepared for the exam. So here are some tips in terms of going about the exam. So first off, in terms of logistics, this is a reminder that the exam is an online exam and you can access it through your canfitpro interactive online account. The exam is 3 hours in length, so please ensure that you set aside that block of time to allow yourself enough time to get through the exam, to look through it, and to prioritize your time along with scheduling any breaks within that 3-hour time frame. Please ensure that you are opening your exam, doing it prior to the deadline in case there might be technical difficulties. You do have 6 months from the date of our in-class course to write your exam, and you can do it absolutely anytime online as long as you block out that 3-hour time frame. The goal of the exam is for you to be able to go through to write the exam without feeling the need to consult your manual. It is, even though it's online, that does not mean that it's open book. The exam has been written in a way that it assumes your understanding of these concepts without having to go back to the manual. To add, there's not enough time to go through the manual and go back and forth on the questions, because it's not going to be enough time to do that. The information is intermingled, so it's not going to be given to you in an organized manner to ensure that you're really understanding these concepts and not having to flip back through the manual to explain it. In terms of preparing for the exam, ensure once again that you're giving yourself time to go through the manual and spend extra time, give attention to concepts which may need a little bit more time to really sink fully, and ensure that you're going through focusing on the information that was discussed and covered in the course. In addition, practice those case studies that we went through, practice those examples, look at the notes that you took down. You can try role playing and just get comfortable with using your language as a coach and really getting comfortable with the tools that were included in the healthy eating toolkit, such as the comprehensive form, which gave you a general understanding of where your client fits in with nutrition and where you can be most helpful to them at that time. Get an understanding for what their life is like and how you can help them to start to build healthy habits. Remember SMART principles and discuss those directly. So really aiming to interconnect all the ideas together so that it's like a real life back and forth situation. To add, really pay attention to how much each of those questions are worth and making sure that you're giving each thing the time that it's due. Now, the standard recommended time that we suggest everybody gives themselves to prepare for the exam is anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks. However, I really encourage you after this course to at least come up with a plan in terms of when do you plan to write this exam before the due date, and how are you going to approach that, and just setting it up so that it's not a rushed thing and so that you're not at a place where you're doing it because there's only 4 to 6 weeks left. So really honor yourself, honor your study schedule, honor your work and life schedule and where you can fit this into it. To add, a passing mark on this exam is 80%. To be fully eligible for receiving your certification after completing this exam and getting at least 80%, you also need to be certified in CPR according to canfitpro. A last note on the exam is to please be aware that canfitpro will be monitoring the exams to ensure that there is no plagiarism taking place and no cheating taking place. Now, continuing on to just finishing up the discussion about CPR. In order to be eligible for the certification after getting at least 80% on your exam, your CPR, you need to provide a copy of your CPR card, and which has been completed within the last 12 months. If your CPR has been expired, or if you need to do your CPR, then as long as it's done in an in-person facility and you get that badge afterwards, that certificate that demonstrates that you've achieved the CPR level that canfitpro requires, as long as you send that into them, then everything will be okay. The CPR cannot be delivered in an online medium. It has to be done in person by that company. In terms of social media, so in the email that contained this link, you should have received a copy of the picture if you decided to be in it, and I'll also be posting it to Facebook to introduce you to the rest of the group. And feel free to tag yourself and introduce yourself. The Facebook group is a place for all graduates of the course who took the course with either myself or my colleague Daniela Good. We invite all of our course graduates to that group, and the goal there is to have a space for all of the coaches to discuss things and have a place for resources and a place to keep in touch. If there was somebody in the class that you realized, wow, I really would like to get to know you more, discuss more things, and if there wasn't time to discuss more things, please feel free to bring it up on the Facebook group. If you have anything that you've come across that you think is really interesting and that other people would be interested in, or you'd like to get in feedback from other people, feel free to share it there as well. Now, I do respect that some individuals may not be comfortable with certain social media mediums and may not be active on Facebook, and that's totally fine. If you would still like to keep in touch, or if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me via email or via phone. Now, in the course, we did go through, when we went through digestion and absorption, there were some charts that were mentioned in class, so you can access that via the Facebook group. If you go on the group, you'll find it listed in the section with documents, and in the email I'll mention the exact title to look for. And once again, if you would like a copy of those charts but you're not active on Facebook, just let me know and I will email it to you. Lastly, if you really enjoyed this course and know that other people would like to take this course and you feel like we would be a good fit in terms of student and facilitator, please feel free to let them know about future courses. I've posted future courses that I'll be teaching on my website, alisiayoung.com. I'm always happy to answer questions that people may have, and if I don't have the answer, it's important to me to find somebody who can help that individual to find the answer. So please feel free to encourage people to reach out if interested. Also, I am very open to feedback. I've been facilitating this course since 2014, and I am amazed by the wonderful people I get to meet, and it's important to me to know about what your experience was like in the course. So if you have any feedback, both positive and constructive, I'm very open to hearing you out and would love to hear what your experience was like in the course. So you can feel free to send me an email, you can feel free to give me a call, however you would like to discuss. I am more than happy. So thank you again for participating in this course. Please keep in touch and let me know how your journey continues as you have this new nutrition training and just with whatever else comes up in life. Thank you so much for spending the day together, and feel free to reach out to me in the future if any questions shall come your way. Otherwise, we'll see each other in the future. Take care.
You guys ready? Here we go.